Imagine waking up tomorrow with a mind as clear and calm as this lake. A mind that effortlessly retains and recalls the information you need when you need it. Sounds like a dream, right? But what if I told you that improving your memory overnight is not only possible, but also deeply rooted in the ancient wisdom of Buddhism? In this video, we're going to show you how to turn your mind into a vast ocean of treasures, where every memory is a precious gem waiting to be discovered. Let's dive in. Lesson 1. Get enough good sleep. Our brains put together the information we've gathered all day and turn it into memories while we sleep. During deep sleep and REM, rapid eye movement, stages of sleep, this process mostly takes place. If we don't get enough sleep, this process of consolidation gets messed up, and our memories can become cloudy and hard to recover. The Buddha himself told his followers to get enough rest. The middle-length discourses of the Buddha are collected in the Majjhima Nikaya. It says that after lunch, the Buddha and his followers would often rest and sleep, especially when it was hot outside. This shows that sleep is not a luxury, but an important part of living a healthy and happy life. To sleep better, set up a calm routine for before bed. In this case, you might read, do some light stretching, or write in a notebook. A regular sleep routine is also important. Try going to bed and getting up at the same time every day, even on the weekends. This helps keep your body's clock in sync, which makes it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. Mindfulness is an important part of Buddhism and can help you sleep a lot. Being mindful helps us stay calm and in the present, which cuts down on the mental talk that can keep us up at night. It also helps us learn to accept things as they are, which makes it easier to let go of the day's problems and fall asleep. The body scan meditation is a simple way to start being more aware before bed. As you close your eyes and lie down easily, bring your attention to your body. Starting with the top of your head, mentally move down and pay attention to any feelings, stress, or pain. As you do this, picture every part of your body resting and letting go of any stress. This practice can help you let go of any worry or tension that has been building up, getting your body and mind ready for a good night's sleep. Buddhism stresses how important the world is. The place where you sleep should help you fall asleep. It needs to be dark, quiet, cool, and cozy. If you need to, you could use earplugs, an eye mask, or a white noise machine. Also, stay away from screens before bed because the blue light they give off can stop your body from making melatonin, a hormone that controls sleep. Remember that a mind that is well rested is clear, and a mind that is clear is better able to remember things. In other words, put sleep first. You'll feel better after reading this. Lesson 2. Practice active recall. When we actively remember something from our memories, we are doing it on purpose. If you send a diver into the seas of our minds to find treasure, they will come back with them. In Buddhism, this is like the practice of reflection, in which we actively think about the Buddha's teachings, or Dhamma, and use them to guide our everyday lives. Active recall isn't just a way to test our memories. It also helps us remember things better. We get better at remembering things the more we do them. To be clear, it's not just about learning by heart. It's about getting involved and learning. The Buddha told his followers to actively follow his teachings, to question, learn, and take them to heart. He didn't just want them to remember what he said. He wanted them to live by what he taught them. This is a type of remembering something. The more we interact with something, the more likely it is that we will remember it. The Buddha tells the people of Kesaputta in the Kalama Sutta to look into these lessons, compare them to their own lives, and only accept them if they turn out to be true. This is an example of active memory. It's not enough to just take in knowledge. We need to interact with it, question it, and make it our own. Try telling someone else what you've learned to improve your active memory. Teaching others is a great way to improve our own knowledge and memory. The protege effect is the name for this. We have to organize our thoughts, fill in any gaps in our thinking, and remember things when we have to explain something to someone else. All of these things help our memories get stronger. Writing is a different way to work on active memory. When you write down what you've learned, you have to consciously remember it and organize it in a way that makes sense. You could also make a mind map, which is a picture of the knowledge. Active recall works best with mind maps because they get you to interact with the information, see how it fits with other things you know, and build a visual structure that helps you remember. In Buddhism, writing in a book is a common way to think about things and remember them. We're not only keeping track of our ideas, experiences, and insights when we write them down. We're also making them stronger in our memories. Writing in a book can also help us make sense of our experiences, become more focused, and become more mindful. Do not forget that the mind is like a muscle. When you use it more, it gets stronger. To improve your memory, do active recall exercises on a daily basis. Make it a habit to think about the things you read every day. Ask questions about it, try to understand it, and claim it as your own. This is the way to make a memory that is strong and effective. Lesson 3. Use mnemonics and visualization. Visualization and mnemonics are both great ways to improve your memory. They help us make mental pictures that are clear, interesting, and easier to remember than general facts. Visualization is a very important part of Buddhist meditation that helps people focus and gain understanding. The Buddha used comparisons and metaphors a lot to explain difficult ideas. He did this by making mental pictures that were easy for his followers to remember. For instance, he said that the mind is like a monkey. It is always jumping from one thought to the next to show how restless an untrained mind is. As a metaphor for the road to enlightenment, he used a lotus flower that bloomed cleanly in the mud below. Making connections between what you want to remember and something you already know or can easily picture is how mnemonics work. These links help you remember the information better by acting as brain hooks. On the other hand, visualization means making mental pictures that represent the knowledge. It's better if the picture is bright and different. The method of Loci, which is also called the memory palace method, is one of the best ways to remember things. Putting things you want to remember in your mind along a familiar path or in a familiar place, like your home or office, is an old way to remember things. To remember the knowledge, all you have to do is mentally walk through this space and picture each thing in its rightful place. Pick a place you know well, like your job or home. Find specific spots in this area where you can put the things you want to remember in your mind. These places should be in a way that makes sense, like a path you would easily follow. Connect each thing you want to remember in your mind to a specific place. Try to imagine a clear, strange picture of the thing and the place that goes with it. It will be easier to remember if the picture is very clear. To remember the things, walk through the place you chose in your mind, stopping at each spot as you go. As you do this, you should remember the thing you wanted to remember by seeing the mental picture you made earlier. In Buddhist meditation, people often use visualization to develop good traits like loving kindness, compassion, and serenity. As an example, people who practice metta bhavana, or loving kindness meditation, imagine sending love and kindness to themselves and others by saying things like, "May I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace." This helps them feel good emotions and remember them better, which makes it easier to use those emotions in everyday life. Do not forget that the mind loves pictures. By making clear mental pictures, you give your mind something interesting and memorable to remember. So to improve your memory, use mnemonics and visualizing. Make the pictures in your mind as clear and strange as you can. It's more likely that you will remember them if they stand out. Lesson 4. Discover something new. Adding new information to a pond that is already full is like adding fresh water to it. Not only does it keep our thoughts fresh, but it also helps us remember things better. As a way to grow wise and understanding, Buddhism encourages people to keep learning throughout their lives. The Buddha himself was interested in learning. Before he became enlightened, he learned from many masters and soaked up their lessons like a sponge. Before he became wise, he still learned from other people and the world around him. Like him, he told his followers to always be willing to learn and experience new things. There are new thoughts and points of view that come up when we learn something new. This can help us make new connections and understand things better. It keeps our minds sharp and flexible by giving them new things to think about. Researchers have found that learning new skills can make the brain's myelin denser, which makes it work better. When you learn something new, you may feel happy and satisfied. It can make us feel good about ourselves, make our lives more interesting, and give them more value. In Buddhism, this happiness that comes from learning is called mudita, which means kind joy. Buddhists are told to develop one of the 4 Brahmaviharas, or places where gods live. If you want to improve your memory by learning, pick a subject that interests you. This could be learning a new language, an instrument, or a spiritual exercise. The important thing is to pick something that makes you feel and think. We're more likely to read, talk about, and remember something if we're interested in it. Setting clear, measurable goals can help you stay motivated and on track. You can also keep track of your progress and enjoy your wins. Break up what you're learning into small steps that you can handle. For some people, this can make learning less stressful and more fun. Focusing on certain parts of what you're learning, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and always looking for feedback and ways to get better are all parts of deliberate practice. If you want to learn, you need to be consistent. You should try to learn every day, even if it's only for a short time. Always keep in mind that making mistakes is a normal part of learning. Do not be scared to make them. Instead, look at them as chances to learn and get better. The idea of beginner's mind is very important in Buddhism. Shoshin, which means beginner's mind in Japanese, means learning with an open mind, a desire to learn, and no preconceived ideas, even if you are studying at a high level. It means being willing to learn new things and be open to new situations all the time. Don't forget that the mind is like a yard. To stay healthy and effective, it needs to be cultivated and cared for. So keep learning, keep growing, and keep your mind active and full of ideas. Lesson 5. Get regular exercise. We should work out every day because it's good for our minds as well as our bodies. Being active brings more blood to the brain, which improves memory and brain function. Buddhists believe that the mind and body are linked and that the health of one affects the health of the other. Aside from their thoughts, the Buddha told his followers to take care of their bodies as well. He taught that balance is important and pushed for a middle way that stays away from both sides of being too indulgent and too strict. A big part of this healthy way of life is getting regular exercise. The hippocampus is the part of the brain that controls learning and memory. Regular exercise has been shown to make this part of the brain bigger. It also causes growth factors, which are chemicals that affect the health of brain cells, to be released. These chemicals help new blood vessels grow in the brain and even increase the number of new brain cells that survive and multiply. When you work out, your happiness and stress levels go down, which can indirectly help your memory. The idea of namarupa, which in Buddhism means the psychophysical organism or the mind-body continuum, sums up the connection between the body and mind. The idea of this idea stresses how the mind and body are connected and how the health of one affects the health of the other. For exercise to help your memory, try to do at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity movement most days of the week. A fast walk, a swim, or yoga could all be used here. Pick an exercise that you enjoy and can do for a long time. Being mindful is often a part of physical exercise. When you exercise mindfully, you pay close attention to your breath, your body, and how you move. You have to be fully in the present moment and not think about the past or the future. As you work out, pay attention to your breath. Notice how it changes based on how hard you're working. Your breath can help you stay in the present time. As you work out, Pay attention to how your body feels. Take note of any stress, pain, or joy. Pay attention to what your body wants by working hard when you can and taking it easy when you need to. Remember not to think about the past or the future. Pay attention to your body, how it moves, and your breath. Bring your mind back to the present moment slowly if it wanders. Think about how grateful you are for your body and all it does for you as you work out. Think about how thankful you are for your body, your health, and the chance to work out. Remember that your mind and body are like two sides of the same coin. They are two different things that are connected, and their health is linked. Take care of your body, and your mind will follow suit. Lesson 6. Deal with stress. There will always be stress in our lives, but too much of it can damage our bodies and minds, even our memories. Stress is often linked to craving, aversion, and ignorance in Buddhism. These are the three poisons that cause pain. Buddha taught that being aware and accepting can help us feel less stressed and pain. Being mindful keeps us from getting caught up in fears about the future or regrets about the past. It helps us be in the present moment. When we accept what is happening, we don't fight or resist it. Instead, we make peace with it. The part of the brain that controls memory and learning is called the hippocampus. Studies have shown that long-term worry can make this part of the brain smaller. It also makes the body make more cortisol, a stress hormone that can make it harder for the brain to remember things. It can be hard to focus when you're stressed, which makes it harder to store new memories and remember old ones. In Buddhism, this scattered, busy mind is called vikshipa, and it's one of the 5 things that make it hard to meditate and grow spiritually. Try adding mindfulness and acceptance into your daily life to deal with stress. There are easy ways to do this, like taking a few deep breaths when you feel stressed or doing a loving-kindness meditation to feel better. Pay attention to your breath and how it feels as air comes in and out of your nose. Bring your mind back to your breath slowly when it wanders. This easy habit can help you relax and feel less stressed. Mentally move your body around and pay attention to any feelings, stress, or pain you may be feeling. As you do this, picture every part of your body resting and letting go of any stress. This activity can help you get rid of any worry or tension that has been building up in your body. Say loving-kindness phrases over and over, like "May I be well," "May I be happy," "May I be at peace." At first, say these phrases to yourself, and then slowly start saying them to other people. Practicing this can help you feel good feelings, which can help you deal with stress. Move your body slowly and carefully while doing yoga or Tai Chi. Pay attention to your breath. By doing these things, you can relax your body and clear your thoughts. The idea of balance is very important in Buddhism. Being equanimous means having a cool and collected mind, being at ease even when things are hard or stressful. It means letting go of what's happening instead of fighting or resisting it. Don't forget that worry is like a storm. It can make the sky dark and the waves rough, but it can't change the weather forever. Because we are aware and accepting, we can get through the storm and come out on the other side calm and clear. Lesson 7. Maintain a healthy lifestyle. A strong mind and body start with a good way of life. Our lives are like a garden, and the dirt is what helps us grow and thrive. A healthy way of life is seen as an important part of Buddhism because it helps us grow in knowledge and kindness. The Buddha taught the Noble Eightfold Path, which is a way to live a peaceful and healthy life. Right understanding, right purpose, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration are some of these rules. To live a good life, we need to pay attention to what we eat, how much sleep we get, how active we are, and how we deal with stress. It also means focusing on good feelings, doing things that matter, and keeping up strong relationships with other people. Get plenty of fruits, veggies, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats in your diet. Cut back on processed foods, sugars, and fats that are bad for you. Buddhism encourages people to eat with awareness. This means focusing on your food, taking your time, and enjoying every bite. Aim to get between 7 and 9 hours of sleep each night. Set a regular sleep routine by going to bed and getting up at the same time every day. Plan a calm bedtime routine and make your bedroom a good place to sleep. Aim to do something moderately strenuous for at least 30 minutes most days of the week. Pick things you enjoy and can do for a long time. Pay full attention to your body, your moves, and your breath while you work out. This is called mindfulness. Make awareness and acceptance a part of your everyday life. You can do loving-kindness meditation, body scan meditation, mindful moving, or mindful breathing. Accept what is happening without rejecting or fighting it. This is called equanimity. Keep your social ties strong. You can build a sense of community by spending time with people you care about and having deep talks with them. The idea of Sangha or group is very important in Buddhism. It means a group of people who help and support each other on their spiritual paths. Do things that matter to you and make you happy and fulfilled. One idea for this is to learn something new, do some volunteer work, or follow a spiritual practice. The important thing is to pick things that make your heart and mind work. Develop good feelings like happiness, gratitude, and kindness. Take care of yourself by giving yourself time and doing things that are good for your body, mind, and spirit. Self-compassion is a very important idea in Buddhism. It means being kind and understanding to yourself the way you would be with a close friend. Remember that living a healthy life is like building a house. It's the base. Everything else, like our memory, depends on it. Take care of your health first, and your mind and life will improve. Remember that the mind is like a big ocean, and the memories we have are the riches that are hidden there. You can bring these riches to the surface and make your life better in many ways by doing these 7 things. Also, don't forget that the goal isn't just to improve your memory. It's to make your mind clear, calm, and caring. The goal is to be wise, good, and happy in your life. The goal is to follow the Buddha's way, which is the path of awakening. That's why you should do these things every day. Include them in your spiritual path. And may your memories help you get to the awake state. I hope this message finds you well and happy. And may your mind be an ocean full of riches, full of knowledge, happiness, and kindness for all living things.